Let's delve into the current world affairs of 2024. Here are some key global risks and events shaping our world. Misinformation and disinformation. The biggest short-term risk stems from misinformation and disinformation. The potential for AI, in the hands of bad actors, to flood global information systems with false narratives is a growing concern. Over the next 2 years, foreign and domestic actors alike will leverage misinformation to widen societal and political divides. AI-driven disinformation poses a significant threat to stability and trust in information sources. Climate-related threats. In the longer term, climate-related threats dominate the top 10 risks global populations will face. The world is plagued by a duo of dangerous crises, climate and conflict. The impacts of a changing climate are destabilizing the global order. Extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and resource scarcity continue to challenge societies worldwide. United States versus itself. While America's military and economy remain strong, the U.S. political system is more dysfunctional than any other advanced industrial democracy. The 2024 presidential election will deepen the country's political division, testing American democracy to an unprecedented degree. This undermines U.S. credibility internationally. The outcome of the vote remains uncertain, but damage to America's social fabric and international standing is certain. Middle East tensions. The fighting in Gaza will expand in 2024, with several pathways for escalation into a broader regional war. Some scenarios could draw the US and Iran more directly into the conflict. Israel versus Hezbollah remains a critical flashpoint. If Israel were to attack preemptively, the US military would provide support, and Iran would assist Hezbollah, its most important regional proxy. These global risks and events paint a stormy and unpredictable future. As we navigate these challenges, it's crucial to stay informed and work towards solutions that promote stability, cooperation, and resilience. Here are some key points regarding the ongoing conflict. Israeli military withdrawal from Gaza's main hospital. The Israeli military recently withdrew from Gaza's main hospital, Shifa Hospital, after a 2-week raid. During this operation, they claimed to have killed around 200 militants and detained hundreds. The hospital area suffered significant destruction, and bodies were found both inside and outside the facility. Hamas and the smaller Islamic Jihad group were accused of establishing their main northern headquarters inside the hospital, leading to close-quarters fighting. Humanitarian aid approaching Gaza. Ships carrying hundreds of tons of humanitarian aid have approached Gaza. This aid includes ready-to-eat items like rice, pasta, flour, canned vegetables, and proteins, which can prepare more than 1 million meals. A special shipment of dates from the United Arab Emirates is also part of the aid. Risk of regional escalation. Experts warned that the Israeli war on Gaza may spill over into a regional conflict. Multiple strikes in several countries have raised concerns about wider implications. The Biden administration is closely monitoring the situation, as confrontations in Iraq, Lebanon, and Iran indicate that the conflict has escalated beyond Gaza's borders. The situation remains precarious, and efforts to prevent further escalation are crucial. Here's an overview of recent U.S. involvement in Middle East conflicts in 2024. Gaza conflict. Israel-Hamas war. President Joe Biden acknowledged the gut-wrenching conflict in Gaza during his State of the Union remarks. He called on Hamas to release all hostages and urged Israel to increase humanitarian aid deliveries to the Palestinian enclave. Biden emphasized Israel's right to go after Hamas, but also its fundamental responsibility to protect civilians in Gaza. He pledged to bring home American hostages held in Gaza and announced plans for the U.S. military to establish a temporary aid port on Gaza's Mediterranean coast. Two-state solution. Biden reiterated U.S. support for a two-state solution to bring lasting peace to the Middle East, emphasizing that no other path would guarantee peace and dignity for Palestinians alongside Israel's security and democracy. Iran threat. Biden highlighted the need to contain the threat posed by Iran in the region. The US-led international coalition is actively countering Iran-backed Houthi rebels in the Red Sea. Yemen conflict. The Biden administration faced a major deadline under the War Powers Resolution to obtain Congress's approval for its military campaign against Yemen's Houthis. However, the administration maintained its military support for Israel's war in Gaza and U.S. military strikes on the Houthis without submitting to greater congressional oversight or control. Congress is grappling with how to address the president's military authority while balancing political considerations and limited ability to act. Diplomatic efforts. The United States engaged in renewed diplomatic efforts to calm tensions in the Middle East. The region teetered on the brink of a regional conflagration due to a suspected Israeli strike on a Hamas leader in Lebanon, twin bombings in Iran, and ongoing conflict in Gaza. Congressional clashes. Congress clashed over the degree of American involvement in the growing Middle East conflict. A deadly attack on U.S. soldiers in Jordan prompted lawmakers to shape the U.S. response and consider deeper engagement in the region. The conflict has revived the long-running clash between presidents and Congress over war powers and military engagement. The situation remains complex and fluid, with regional tensions continuing to impact stability and security in the Middle East.